What's up, YouTube? All praises to the Most High YAHUAH, and all praises to YAHUSHA, the one that died for us. And you know what? He died for us, really died for us. And also lived for us. Died, wait up. He died for us, like, as far as he died to his flesh for us. And then he got crucified for us. And then, like, he had a life of self-sacrifice. And then he rose. He rose, and he is now living again. And he taught us how to live our life. And also, if you're new to the channel, pull up, pull up, pull up, have a seat, have a seat, have a seat. Let's have a conversation. And also, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Watch the whole video before you like it. All my gems are in the back of the videos. I promise you. I never waste your time when I am speaking. I never waste your time when I'm giving my insight. I promise you, it all leads to something. And you just have to pay attention to what I'm saying. Because if you don't, you can, and then also, try to learn how not to get bored so quickly. Because, I understand that I understand that, people have a short attention span nowadays, and people don't want to crucify themselves to their attention span. Crucify yourself. I had to. But yeah, the Most High and Yahusha, YAHUAH and Yahusha and the RUACH Hokudesh, they all live for us right now. And there's one thing I didn't. Did you know that the breath of YAHUAH has a physical presence down here, even though you can't see it? I sat here and thought about it, and I said, "Oh wow, when we are filling our vessel with it, with His breath, or with the ruach, when we are filling our vessel with the ruach, He becomes physically like it's a physical envelopment in our flesh, especially when we fast. Which you know what, I'm gonna, I'm gonna stop right there because I know I'm going to sound illogical and crazy to y'all. To some to some degree, I understand it. I get it. I truly get it. I truly understand why some people would find my content heart wrenching and would want to jump to something else very quickly. I get it. Totally understand. But trust me, I'm crucifying your brain, crucifying your concentration. If you could hold off all the way to the end of the video, I promise you, your concentration would have lengthened a lot further. But allow the information to hold your attention and concentration to help you apply it to everywhere else. Do it to help you, and then also teach it to people. Teach it to people. Like, not everything. Not everything is gonna be all simple information. Like one thing that I learned today, the biggest thing I learned today was not everybody that you assume would help you will help you. And those people that you assume wouldn't help you will help you. And it was pretty evident today because I had an experience today where I was, I'm in the time of need right now. So since I'm in the time of need, my time of need is a burden, to be honest. Like, cause if I could be like actually resourceful right now, I had some like a steady stream of resource. Well, I am being resourceful by doing these YouTube videos and giving you my insight on how I see the Most High and also how I view and discern life. But when you see this stuff, like when I see certain stuff out here, like the people that you think will help you won't help you, but the people that you think won't help you will help you, and you just have to have an insight for it, like because what I noticed is that I had an assumption that a particular you know individual would help me, and I was like, well, that because all I asked for was $1. That was it, $1, y'all. I promise you, all I asked for was $1. And what I asked for $1, and mind you, I didn't ask in no malice way. I wasn't trying to get a phone number. I wasn't trying to do none of that. I was just asking for just $1. And then if you couldn't give me the dollar, could you give me the item that only costs $1? And because I'm in like I said, I'm in a position of need right now. So like, and I ain't like the only thing I do have is because nobody wants to give out a job right now, or really, and it ain't even nobody wants to give out a job right now because right now, like I said, I've been getting opportunities uh, coming to me, but they're coming slow. Like the opportunities are coming slow, and I have to stretch and wait for a certain time period for me to be able to act out on the opportunity. Once I act out on the, get to the frame that I'm able to act out on the opportunity, my life will go a lot more smoother, or a lot much more smoothly. However, I'm still in my trial. I probably got like one more week of this, one more week, about one more week, one maybe two, maybe 1 or 2 more weeks of this, and then I'll be back on my feet again. But at the same time, my experience is to help your experience. And I'm telling you, like, okay, so back to that situation. I only asked that lady for $1, and you know, she was like, "No, no, I can't help you," and I was like, "Really? Just and mind you, I even I'm in the obvious situation, so it was not like and I and I expressed that, but she didn't want to help, so I was like, all right, cool. Next person called. Next person came. Person that I would have never thought helped me out, and even did extra. And I was like, okay, y'all. Because I only asked for the buck, but they did extra and helped me out. And the Most High looked out for me through this individual, right? So, one, I also understand that, yeah, don't assume that, don't assume that a person that looks like they won't help you. And don't assume that a person that looks like they will help you. And I've been seeing this throughout my whole week of going through like just different situations. I've been paying attention and noticing that, I might need to give some insight on this because, it's detrimental for people to understand what's going on out here. Like there are people that probably had poor habits that need grace. And there are people that probably had good habits that need to be tested. You know what I mean? So I'm saying that like each situation, with each situation, pay attention to what's going on. Cause I noticed another thing too. Not everybody, you gotta disturb a person's you gotta disturb the pattern. Like you have to disturb because it's a long stream of pattern. It's not it's not short term pattern. Like, and I noticed this like when you see certain stuff, you know, don't assume don't assume things as far as you know, from a person's appearance goes. Like, because trust me, when it was a white guy that had no similarity, no relation to me at all, he decided he wanted to help me out, and I, and I asked, and, and I only asked for $1. That was it, y'all. I only asked for $1, and this person helped me out without question. Did not did not ask me any question. Didn't assume he even apologized for being presumptuous, but decided that he still wanted to help me out with more than what I asked for. And I was like, well, dang, when I expected another person to help me out without question because I didn't ask for much. Didn't ask for much at all. And I didn't look like I was going to ask for anything else. So when I seen this and I said, well, dang, y'all, what are you trying to show me? I'm asking the Most High, what are you trying to show me throughout this situation? Through this week, what are you showing me? Because he's showing me something. And then also, he even showed me the long extension of existing pattern in my life. not only in my life, but in other people's lives. And like, but he showed me in detail. Look at this. This is going on. Look at this. And pay attention to the small increment and details of what's going on, opportunities, choices, your window of opportunity, your like look at the time and the window of opportunity and then link it back to further back. And so I was like, well, dang, oh man, the Most High really looking out for me by helping me to be resourceful without having a job. Like learning how to be resourceful without having a job, right? So that's one thing he looking out for me with. Another thing he looking out for me with is learning how to discern a lot differently than what I have been because a lot of patterns have changed, either shifted, changed, maybe either shortened or extended, and you just gotta see the frequency of it. I'm half blind, y'all, so like I've been seeing a lot of stuff that's different lately. I trust me, I've been seeing a lot of different stuff lately. So me going through this observation phase and seeing how life is moving, it's teaching me a lot of stuff. I mean, even being confronted with the fact that there are things that I'm already aware of that people will decide to make me aware of over again. And I don't know if it's to just add extra pressure, which in my head, I'm like, okay, let's see where this goes. And I just decide to allow it to happen. I don't, you know, I'm gonna just go with the flow. I'm gonna go with the flow type of individual with certain stuff just to see how it plays out. And then when I see how it plays out, then I'm like, all right, I'm calm about it. I do my best to make sure that I empathize, but also I do my best to make sure that this person understand, like that people understand where I'm coming from, where I'm at a standpoint or a position in life. And, you know, these are just certain things that I learned how to operate through either reading the word of the Most High, reading, just reading like certain scriptures that give me uh just reading certain scriptures that give me a balance on how I want to attack a situation. Come on in, bro. But yeah, so it gives me a certain insight on how I want to attack a situation. So then that way, I don't have like, I don't have that residue of feel like, cause like I said, the Most High been doing stuff, like been doing stuff to show me stuff. He been doing stuff to help me out through people I wouldn't even think would help. Like that's even crazy. Like, yeah, and the ones that you think will help don't help. Like it's really weird. Like, and so, but you have to discern, and then also you have to discern your own position. So when I discern my own position, when I say, okay, well, I know this person will help here, but not here. Or I know this person will help here or not here and not here. And so like you got to get a good gauge on where your position is. So then that way you know how to move. and like how to discern correctly. Like, but gauge your own position. Also, gauge your own burdensome actions. So, like me, I had to gauge my own burdensome actions towards situations so that that way I don't overstep my bound as far as certain stuff goes. So, with that, I had to learn, like, the Most High trying to teach me, okay, look, now I'm gonna have to stress. I'm gonna have to stress your. I'm gonna have to give you a stress test. So he stresses my head and tests me into how far I could take my. How far I could take the confidence in him. How far I could take my faith in him to back up with however I'm acting, like to back up my actions. And so like I had to like move ahead, find ways to find ways to increase in my actions and activity towards, let's say, either a particular mission. Like I know one of my missions is to explain this kind of stuff to y'all, because this is stuff like I don't hear often. I don't hear this often where people, like I said, like it's you might see it online. Some people might see it online here and there, but sometimes it's not a direct discussion, if you know what I mean. Like they'll keep it simple. But yeah, never the Most High wanted me to don't not to assume the thing that looks like it will, and the thing that looks like it won't. So the one that looks like it will probably won't, and the one that looks like it won't probably will. Pay attention. And also, and it's becoming more evident too, because like I said, like ju- just because the time shifted don't mean the pattern shifted for everybody. Like just because the time has changed doesn't mean that the pattern has changed. Because most people don't see don't see it until it's too late. Like, and I'm talking about the far sighted frequency. Like I didn't know that these years are like a long frequency. Like it'll go. Let's see. How can I put it? All right, so it'll go 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015. Like it's a frequency. Like it's a long frequency though. Like, but then like take that and then use that for the previous ages of your life. Like when, like if you was born like 2000, let's say. There you go, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004. Like it did, like it might drop at your frequency might peak at a certain number, like age, like eight. Eight would be the age that your number peak, and then drop, and then it'll go back again. Like, but I don't know how bad the crash is though. Like, it just depends on what a person's raised in too. When you see this frequency, like when you see that far sighted frequency, it's a far sight. Like it's not short sight. It's a far sighted frequency. Like it's really it's long. The frequency is longer than people would see it. Like we got incremental frequencies too. Like there's incremental frequencies. There's medium frequency, like your frequency during the day. Then there's your frequency, like your frequency during the year. Then there's like, but it's different layers of frequencies that you have to kind of navigate through in order for you to actually get a good grasp on how to apply communicating with the Most High too. Because all this stuff, we're still supposed to use it to communicate and give worship, praise, and worship to the Most High YAHUAH. But I'm giving you my down to earth observation. I'm not even giving you nothing out the scripture right now. Like there's stuff in the scripture that backs up what I'm saying. But I don't have the page saved or like, don't have the page saved, but I've been because I've been more so practicing on doing it myself, like communicate with the Most High effectively without, just in case I don't have the word on hand. So I have to read it, put it in my heart. Then I have to go out and practice it. Sometimes I don't even take my phone with me. I leave this mug at the crib now. Like I don't even take the phone with me. Sometimes I I cut all electricity off. Sometimes I don't do nothing but just stay trying to realign myself with learning how to communicate with the Most High effectively. Like, and also, my life is here to teach y'all how to communicate with the Most High effectively. Just like your lives are the same for me. Your lives are to teach me how to communicate with the Most High effectively. Just like Yahusha's life was, and still is, his life, he's still living. Like, he's gonna come back down. So, if you got that in your mind, then you understand. When he died twice. He died to his flesh, then he got crucified, then he got resurrected. After 3 days, his temple was resurrected, his vessel. But learn how to fill your vessel up with the RUACH. RUACH HOKODESH, RUACH Elohim, RUACH RUACH HaMashiach. Learn how to fill your vessel with that, because that's going to guide you. Like, it's going to realign you and guide you. And it's going to guide you into a particular direction. Because, like everything is frequency, vibration, a hum, a natural harmony. YAHUAH, like I said, when they switched the words in the word of the Most High, it kind of like it blew my spirit, because I'm like, oh wow, I had to rearrange words, and I have to consciously do this, y'all. I'm not doing like, I have to go to original meanings of word, go to Hebrew meanings of words. Like when I learn what certain words mean, and then you have to learn how to apply it. Once you apply it, then you once you actively apply it, because not everybody actively applies this stuff. Most people don't even know that we're supposed to breathe in the Ruach. We're supposed to breathe in the Ruach. Hakudesh. Supposed to breathe it in with the thought and emotion behind being righteous and serving the Most High. We sup- but it taught us spirit, so we don't understand to breathe it in. So then when they switch these words around, we're not able to we not able to adapt and adjust. Especially when you learn this stuff late. You don't learn how to adapt and adjust quickly because you're probably not used to adapting and adjusting, especially in that way because we wasn't taught. We wasn't taught correctly. And so and since I learned that, now I'm sitting here discerning stuff a lot differently, seeing stuff a lot differently. Just like in just like with Paul, you would have never assumed a murderer would turn to the Most High, would turn to, yeah, the Most High or Yahusha. Like you would have never thought that Paul would turn his life around from he was Saul first, and then he later became Paul, but he was a murderer. You would have never thought and that's the thing. So it was the same thing with my observation today. I said, well, Dad, I need to learn how to be more aware of that. And also learning how to critically understand and critically be empathetic to a situation. Like not just taking the situation for granted or for face value, but also understand the meaning behind it or the reflection behind it. Because sometimes I could project how I feel towards something. You know what I mean? And so if I'm projecting how I feel towards something, 9 times out of 10, it might not be that. And so I had to be critically aware of how I view something. And then I also had to be critically aware of my position in life. And this is what I am to show y'all. Same thing. Be critically aware of how you are in your position in life, but also be critically aware of how you see people. Like, and how other people are. There's this thing I got, like there's outside entities. You worry about you as an entity first, and then you worry about outside entities. As far as the physical beings that resemble you, but then you always worry about the Most High, which is an entity, the greatest entity. So you always worry about Yahusha. You always worry about the Most High, YAHUAH. You always want to ask Him before you make a move in your day. Like, before you make a move in your day, because I've been doing this lately, like, because I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice right now. So I've been having to find and figure out other ways to be resourceful. So me having to find and figure out other ways to be resourceful until until I'm able to get consistent, get a consistent resourcefulness going on. It's been teaching me, okay, I gotta move differently. Like I'm under, and then on top of it, I'm under a lot of pressure too. So it doesn't make anything any easier. Trust me, y'all. It doesn't. If some people would say that my pressure is my own doing, which to some degree I understand that, but I also understand that I can't be like this for too long. I have to make efforts to do things a lot more differently when I catch the pattern. Like I caught the pattern late in my life, so since I caught it late, I gotta do this stuff. Like, and then I gotta speed up. Like, I have to speed up my action towards something. Like, and it's like I kind of want to speed it up, but then you also gotta learn when to stop and start because it's like breathe. It's just like breathing. You have to stop, then breathe. Stop, breathe. It's emotion, and it's just like I said, when you start learning how to use the ruach first, use the ruach hakudesh first. Communicate with the Most High, then go out and interact with others. Don't interact with nobody without first interacting with the Most High, because the Most High will guide you a lot differently than how you guide yourself if you're only acting out in your own thought or in your own heart about something that you might need. You breathe, communicate with the Most High, then commit your action. So in that way, it's a lot more effective. The Most High can back you up on it because you came to Him first. He can't back you up if you don't come to Him first. But you also got to know how to come to Him too, which is breathe in the Ruach HaKodesh, breathe in Ruach Elohim, exalt them, commit your active faith towards Him in a situation. And you might even have to prophesy. He might tell you. He might give you the instinct to prophesy. He might give you the insight to prophesy. Because remember, He's in the small, still voice. He's not in the activity. He's not in the active motion out here like that. Like He's more so in the. He's in the slowness and the stillness, and are you paying attention? That's what the Most High is in. But remember, we accept no glory for ourselves. Always exalt the Most High and Yahusha and the Ruach. But learn how to use the Ruach, Ruach Elohim, Ruach HaMashiach, which is to die to yourself. Die to yourself. And also the Ruach HaKodesh. Those are the Ruach. And then there's also Ruach YAHUAH, which is His name, existence. It means existence. Yahusha means to save existence. Most people don't even realize that, but we all learn something new. But this is my time, yeah. And if you made it this far, I love you. Oh, my fault. I love you. And if you liked the video, hit that thumbs up. Remember, these videos are to increase your concentration. Follow what I'm saying. Try to follow as best you can what I'm saying, because I know sometimes it seems like I'm all over the place. But it all stems from one thing. Communicating with the Most High. I'm learning how to communicate with the Most High. I'm learning how to receive His message outside of just, trying to speak about His message. I'm also learning how to receive it and perceive it. And I'm teaching y'all how to do the same thing through my daily activities. And trust me, when I get like when y'all will see when the Most High, cause you go, I'm allowing y'all to see my dark time, but also you gonna see my frequency rise. Like you go see the points in my frequency. I'm gonna point it out to y'all. Like I'm gonna give y'all like I'm gonna give y'all a structured way to follow your incline and declines in life. And hopefully, it brings some edification to y'all. Now, don't get me wrong, I didn't read from the word, but I'm never too far from the word, y'all. I'm always I always am looking and seeking. But I'm always, seeking to, you know, be of service as well to the Most High and also to y'all. But I have to serve Him before I can serve others. So it's like He's teaching me that as well, and also He also teaching me how to be resourceful through my character, behavior, all these things. Cause trust me, y'all, I'm definitely going through it. But at the same time, I'm also, the Most High is bringing me through it. I'm going through it, literally. And thumbs up the video, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And also, if you have any comments, put the comments in the comment section. If you disagree, if you have a discrepancy with anything I'm saying, just go ahead and put it in the comments. I'll respond. It's all love, y'all. Once again, it's all love.